Okay, got a service call on a open merchandiser type open case. Water on the floor. See what's going on. He says drain pan's overflowing. I'll check it out. Okay, looks like we got a THAC 60 LD 115 volt wire 134A serial 9665619. Have to run that. So what year it is? I believe this thing is right at about 3 years old. We got a QR code up in the corner. Doesn't pull it up on video. We'll have to pull it up on regular picture. Yeah, this is your air curtain area right here. This is no bueno. Totally blocking all the air. Not good. I've told them, but they don't listen. What do I know? Anyways, let's have a look. Water on the floor. He says on the back. Let's see what's going on. Okay, like what the customer said, he's right. The float is sunk. That float is underwater. It is not floating, so it's not gonna turn on the element. We had the same thing we had about a year and a half ago, 2 years ago. The float just gets corroded out and fills up with water. Piece of junk floats. So let me see if I can see if the float goes up. Put a little screwdriver under it and see if it. Yeah. Should be up. It's down. No bueno. Okay. 600 watts, 5 amps. Alright. So, let me put my amp thingy on there and see if it works. Probably will. Got a little cord here, that pretty cool little cord. You take one of these 6-foot cords and you split one side of it, so you can plug one end in somewhere, and you can just check your amps. Like on something like this, it works out perfect. You can use it for any like prep table or anything too. It works really good. Hey, true. Leaving this sharp piece of metal right here, man. This is not cool. This should be like round or something else, but put the cord on the end or something. But leaving this here, you just look at a stab service technicians. This thing is sharp, man. Not cool. Okay. Got the same thing as we had happen last year, or within the last year or two. Okay, you pop up the float, check your amps. There you go. Let the float down. No amps. Okay. Supposed to be 5 amps. There we go. 4.9. So heater works. It's dead float. Alright. So luckily I saved the pan from a couple of years ago. And I just hot wired this. So I got rid of the float, just hot wired it inside. There's a temperature sensor on here. There's a temperature sensor hooked up to here, so it'll just go out on the thermal. But I could just use this for if I wanted to for like an overnight, but I'm just going to stick it under here for right now while I see if I can drain that float and silicone it or something for temporary, so he's got something, and I'll order another float. So gotta see if True will warranty this thing. They said no already because it's just past 3 years by a month. So that kind of sucks. But I'm gonna try and get the customer to give me some receipts. See if, because they have just the ship date where it's shipped from the factory, so I know it was after that he got it. So hopefully he's still under warranty. And I already called it in early, so at least they know it's down. So anyways, let me just swap out these pans, take this pan apart, and see what's going on. Okay, so for you guys that have never seen the inside of one of these condensate drain pans, here's your flow, here's your thermal overload, high temp limit. Your high temp limit is this disc right here, and your micro switch. Your float comes up and brings up your micro switch, and there's your micro switch. It's just a series circuit. Okay. Yeah. So what goes on here is your power comes in. You get your hot and your neutral. So one side of the hot goes to one side of the heating element. Okay. Through your heating element, through your high limit, out of your high limit, through your micro switch, and out of your micro switch back to the others, to the neutral. So it just series. It's just, you know, it just goes boom, 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 boom. Just, you know, right in a row. Just they're all wired in series. So if any one of them opens or breaks, it cuts power to the heating element. Very simple circuit. Okay, so that's that. They use 1/4-inch screws for putting the lid on, and then they use, what are these, standard or Phillips, double Phillips standard, standard and Phillips combo screws for the inside, and then for the ground they use a 1/4-inch. So wish they'd standardize. It would be nice if they just use all one type of screw. You know, it's like, what are these people thinking? Like, you could just use all 1/4-inch. But anyways, so let me pull this thing apart, and you got to take these 2 screws out to drop the float out. So and the 4 screws just to take the cover off. Oh, kind of got smart. I'm glad for a second my brain actually worked. 3/8 nut driver will work just fine. And just use your gun and take it apart. Works good. Okay, now that we got the 2 screws out of here, should just be able to lift it up, and hopefully, oh, not quite so fast, it's stuck under here. So anyways, I'm gonna try, I need 2 hands for this. Sorry guys, I'm gonna try and pull the float out gently first so I don't bend it all, even though it's junk, but we'll see. Anyways, then pull that out. Okay, actually there is kind of a trick to getting this thing out. You want to pull the float up with one hand up all the way, because it won't come out with it still being in the bracket. Once you pull this thing up, it gives you the right angle of the tangle, and you can pull it out. So that's the tip of the day. Don't try to muscle the float out of there. Just pick it up. All right. So now we can pull the float out. So yeah, this float goes like that. Okay. And I did try on the last float snipping this off and then like putting a cork or something, but this rod ends up being too short. So, hey, any of you guys got any tricks for this? Field tricks? But I don't know if you can hear it. But I don't know where the microphone is on this damn camera. But water. This thing's full of water again. So some corrosion. And this pan's only like maximum 2 years old. So yeah. What are you guys finding that corrodes out these pans? Any of you guys found any cool info out? So anyways, let me know in the comments. Alright, let me clean this thing up. See what this pan looks like. I just pulled this out of here and did it on the sink. Came out with two major. This thing was pretty much plug solid. You weren't draining. There's your freaking thing that came out of that and that one. They both came out of that pipe. And the main pipe needs to be washed out too. I stuck my finger up the other side of it and it's all slime mushed up too. So I gotta I'm gonna have to invent a T and make sure we can flush it out with a garden hose. So anyways, but at least I did that today. So gotta do that, man. Okay, thanks. This is the element. See the over limit thing and element looking kind of trashed. Yeah, so these things don't last very long. Yeah, just a float. Yeah. Okay, this float actually looks good on the bottom and the sides, but the top is what looks bad. I think where the water gets in is right here at the stem. No water comes out of it, like you can't see. I've done this, there's no water coming out of it anywhere, but it's still full of water. But no water's coming out anywhere. So I'm squeezing it a little bit. Yeah, it's really crazy. Oh, yep, there's a little moist right around the stem. That's where it is. I bet. That's where the water gets in. And this is, this almost looks stainless. You know, I wonder, could I weld that? Drain the water out and put some 56% on that. I might be able to. But this whole thing's getting replaced. It's trashed. It's not even 2 years old, and it's pretty trashed. Definitely always a good idea to just replace the whole pan. Okay, so there's the water. You can see it's full of water. Let's see if we can get the water out and patch this thing up and get them by till I can get another one of these heaters. Okay, so drill a little hole in it with a screw. Just gonna try and put that in there. Okay, we got a screw in it, no more water. I'll throw a little silicone on it, call it a day, and then get a new one ordered. Go by Supply House tomorrow, see if they got one. Whoa, that's weird. I shook the darn thing. I got this all done and then I shook it and I think I found the hole. That's crazy. That is crazy. Got all the water out though. I don't know. Wow. That must be, that's a good way to find the hole, I guess. Huh? Okay. Oh, siliconed it up, no water in it. I'm gonna have to re-cover up that hole with silicone a little bit, spread it out, and call it done. That's it. Yeah, I thought for the heck of it, I'd just see what it's like if I just jump out the heater and not use the float. You know, just jump it out with my other one. This is not a good idea. That element is like, yeah, that's not a good thing. That's a fire hazard, man. So that thing's probably smoking hot. Yeah, so do not bypass the float on these things. You can do it while you're working on it, but that looks dangerous. Not a good idea. I'm gonna unplug this thing right now. Yeah. Not cool. I think it's hot, that's for sure. Okay, sticking it back together. Put some silicone on it. It dried pretty quick. Silicone's kind of dries pretty good, so it's pretty hot. It's like probably 85 in this room, so it's drying really quick. So hopefully that gets them by. Actually figured out something better. We're not going to do a pan at all. Found a floor sink just down here. So that run is not bad. It's about a 15-20 foot run to a floor drain. So we'll do it. I'll put it on the wall. I'm going to do it under the kick plate up there, halfway up, and angle it from down there. So do a piece of PVC. Or I might use a piece of copper. I think actually copper would drain better. I don't like PVC. It seems to have more like stuff gets stuck to the PVC. I think I'm going to do it in a piece of copper. Just do it in some regular piece of type L copper. It's not too expensive. And we get rid of the drain pan, period. No more drain pan. Click like on the video if you could, and subscribe. Alright, take care. Have a good one.